Welcome to this look at a new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. We are here on Gemeinde Talbau. This is a new map out by Jogi, 124.54 megabytes to download. There are some required mods with this map, so when you download the map, for me, they auto-downloaded. There's the Bavarian Farm Pack by BERNIESCS, some of which you can see around me now. The Biogas Plant 150 kilowatt by VertexDezign, the Consumable Purchase Station by Austria Modding, and the Decorative Details Pack by TrianglesTrouble. You'll also see as we go around a lot of the Decorative Details Pack kind of scattered around the farm area as well. We'll talk about that in a little bit more detail in just a moment. The map looks like this. We start on New Farmer with the main farm area. Prices of all this are very, very cheap. 17,965 for the farm area there with two fields. We have field 11, we have field 16 up the top there, and we have the biogas plant. Talking of the biogas plant, I mean, that's not expensive either. That's only 71,500. We have the biogas plant. If we scroll down here, we do start with, on New Farmer, the bakery, the dairy, the grain mill, and the biogas plant. When you come onto your own farm manager and start from scratch, you still have the bakery, the dairy, and the grain mill. You just don't have the biogas plant, which you can buy separately if you wanted to. So you do start with some production chains off the start. Start with them off the start, yeah. Contracts are available. If we go up, there are some contracts. There were some contracts. Did I go past it? There we go. Contracts are available. So we've covered biogas plant contracts. As far as mods put in by the map maker, there are no mods put in, only the required mods that you've downloaded. So if we go into the build mode, you'll see very quickly under, well, let's go to sheds because that's where we're on first. Scroll across, all the Bavarian farm pack stuff there. If you go for all the different sections, silos, extensions, containers, tools, farmhouses, there's all the various different required mods, but nothing else over and above that. Apart from, if we go to landscaping and we go to our painting, there's some really nice textures there. Asphalt, concrete, but they're like cobbles, what we can see on the ground in front of us. Some nice paving concrete areas. So there's some really nice textures been put in, like this one we can see in front of us. So yeah, there's some extra textures thrown in there for good measure. The slot count on all three game modes is 1,172. So you start with all the buildings, equipment and machinery you see around us, including the biogas plant and stuff like that as well. Now, I came on just to check and see what would happen if I did. You can remove, demolish, sell all of the buildings, you can get rid of all the machinery, you can get rid of all the decorative objects all over the place. I got the slot count here down to 878. You can probably get it lower. If you do, it will look like this. I remembered to put the picture in today. That makes a change, doesn't it? Now, it does say there are collectibles, 20 of them. I haven't found one. It happens. If we go back to the map, I will show you that. Field prices, as I said, aren't too bad. Field 12 there, 17,000. Field 13, 49,000. I mean, one of the bigger fields is over here, field 10. That's only 59 grand. Now, we do have the verges, the periphery of the map. That's 4,416,603. Now, you can't get to all of that. However, all the section here, which has got, I mean, it's quite tightly packed up here, but we've got a lot of sell points. There are some areas where you might think, well, I might be able to get some extra logging in maybe. If you wanted to put money in to do that, you probably could if you wanted to. So what we're going to do now, I've whizzed around the yard. We've got our pickup just there. Sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger just here and here. The Bavarian farmhouse. Now the Bavarian farmhouse is separate to the cow building. If you haven't seen this mod pack, the Bavarian farm pack by BERNIESCS, it's a really nice one. We've got storage buildings around the sides here. Some of our machinery and equipment. All of this stuff, I'll show you what I mean. If we go into our landscaping and demolish, that's really frustrating. Sell pallet truck with cargo. So, no, don't want to sell shed. So if you go around and decide, actually, you know what, I want to tidy up all the stuff around the yard, I don't want all the clutter, you can get rid of it all. There's stuff all over the place. We do have a jet wash off the start as well. So buildings in here, we do have lights on these as well. So actually, now's probably a good time to look at the machinery we start with. So if we go down to here, we start with the Case Maxim CVX 115 Austria 8150. We've got the top liner for 4090H harvester. We've got a front loader. You just saw the Touring 639. That was just in front of where we were. If you didn't notice it, I'll point out in just a second. Forklift. That's over at the main. Was that the machinery store? Where did I see that? I'm sure it's over there. We've got the pickup, which we're going to use. We've got a Velga trailer, the header for the harvester, a Senio 4000 cultivator. We've got a KG 3001 power harrow. We've got do not the Amazon stuff. The Centaya 3000 Super seeder. We've got a sprayer, slurry tank, mower, forage wagon, front loader bucket, and header trailer. So there's a few bits and bobs there to be starting off with. Yeah, it's just there. There we go, with a bucket on the front of it as well. So if we come through into here and open up the barn building, milk point is here. Livestock point is here. Now we do have 10 cows already. We've got 10 out of 45 that this will hold. If we go into this menu and scroll down, you'll see we've got chickens as well. They don't have any feed or anything. There's no rations in there. So whilst we do have 10, you'd need to sort out feed and stuff for them fairly sharpish. Feed trigger is just in here. Bedding was here as well. Slurry point is just there. We do have a manure heap, which is over the other side. We'll get to that as we go around, but there's our slurry tanker. We do have a silage clamp just here. More of our equipment. Velga trailer is just around there. Storage for, I mean, this one is specifically, set specifically for shovel rack. So anything sort of front loader related you can put in there, or you can put pallets in there, whatever you want actually, it's entirely up to you. Header and header trailer just there. Chicken pen, this one holds 360. We've got 11, I think it is. Yeah, 10 chickens, 1 rooster. We start with, again, they don't have any food, so you would need to give them some food if you want to. Everything's pretty self-explanatory. The pallet spawn point's there. The food trigger is just there. I used these on Calmston, and they produce really well, very quickly as well. So what we're going to do is whiz around the back. All the fencing can be removed as well, as can all the lights if you want to. Around the farm here. Looking very happy in there. More decorative objects. And then we've got a seed silo here. This is a 27,300, is it? Yeah, 27,300 litres. It's empty at the moment. You can fill it yourself or get someone to come and fill it for you. Buildings, silo. This is the one from the Bavarian farm pack. It's a multi-fruit silo and it's 2 million litres. Plenty of space in that for everything you want. Fuel tank there, that's a 25,000 litre. Yeah, 25,000 litre, which is also empty at the moment. And that's the main farm area. We got up the top here, we do have a hayloft. And we can throw stuff down into here if we want to for doing feed. And there are steps and stuff down here to get down to the milking pile, the milking area. It's really nicely made. It's very cool. It's a very good pack. So, that's the main farm area. Let's open the main gates and let's get around the map, shall we? Have a look at some of the scenery. Going anti-clockwise today, not that it makes a difference, but that was the route I thought would make more sense. These pillars you see by the side of the road, they do have collisions, be careful. I found out to my cost. To the right hand side we've got our animal dealer, livestock market, however you want to refer to it. To the left hand side there's a buy point there. This is part of the consumables purchase station. That's a purchase point for liquids. And over there we've got a petrol station, so you can buy fuel from there. What I like as well, because it's a small map, and you find that when you've got smaller maps and the map maker's got a lot of room around the outsides to play with, it does have that fantastic feeling that it goes on and on, you know. Some really nice features in there. I say features, landscape features, I guess. So as we come round to here, we've got the first of our sell points, as well as another buy point. This buy point here, let me just check my notes. This is for fertiliser, seed and lime. So again, part of the consumables pack. And then we've got the agricultural trade sell point just there. Which is weird, that's not got a trigger thing, but I suppose it's got the grate. Go off the main road and turn in here. So this is the cluster of sell points I was talking about, and this is where the main machinery store is as well. But just turn in here. To the left hand side we've got the bakery, that's already owned on all 3 game modes. We whiz out to the end. We've got the dairy, also owned on all 3 game modes. I guess actually I was thinking it's possible. Is it possible? Landscaping to polish. Yeah, we could sell it. So if you want to put a different one in its place, if you're convinced we own it already, oh mind you, no, you won't be able to. Just be wary of that. I'm just thinking, hang on. If we go back to our map, because you don't own that land, unless you buy all the verges and own the land, you wouldn't be able to place one back on it. So whilst you'd be able to sell the building, yeah, just be cautious of that. So I thought, as I said that, hang on a minute. Background into here, we've got the supermarket sell point, which is just tucked around the back there. And the next one along is your main vehicle store. Now this is not a map for massive machinery, as you can see there's not a huge amount of space in the yard here. We do have another buy point for seed, fertiliser and lime. We've got the workshop trigger out the front here, and the actual vehicle store trigger is tucked around the back just there. This is the reset point, so if you need to reset anything, oh yeah, the forklift truck was here. I was going to say, I'm sure I saw it up at the main machinery store. Forklift truck is just here, and this is the reset point. Should you need to for any particular reason, what we're going to do now is head out of here. We're going to get out of town and head out into the hills and the forests of Gemeinde Talbau. It was very strange. I had one of those flashback moments. I don't know if you'll have the same thing. Depends how long you've been playing the game for. There's no sell point or anything up here, but I thought, oh, you know what, let's have a whiz up the hill, let's see what's up there. Yeah. Let's go up and have a look. As I drove up here, I had a flashback to FS15, to Bjornholm. If you remember, old school missions. Remember the old school missions on FS15? Before we had contract work really, where if you took on a mission, you had to deliver pallets, you know? So you had pallets you had to take to different places. And we had it on FS2 as well. Yeah, I mean, we don't get it so much now with contract work. We don't get that delivery stuff as much as we used to. FS19 you would get deliveries every now and again. But yeah, this reminded me of that hotel up on the hill on Bjornholm, where you used to have to take, it was suitcases and stuff, wasn't it, to deliver suitcases to the hotel up on the hill. So I just got a very strong vibe of that when I came up here. Should have the map open really, shouldn't I? Back down the hill, and we're going to head out and around through Mind Pedestrians. It has a very nice feel to the map. It is completely made up. It says, welcome to Municipality of Talbau, a map born purely out of imagination. Now, I did my usual, I probably got it completely wrong. I looked up the meaning of the words, the German translation. Gemeinde is local community as far as I can tell, like community. Talbau was like village, not village, valley, whole valley building, so it's like a community, municipality, valley. That's what I know. I often get those things wrong. If you're German, you'll know. It's all well and good looking at the words individually, but sometimes when words get put together, they have a completely different meaning. So I put them both together, and that's what it came up with. Who knows? So swinging around. Actually, I didn't show it, did I? I showed the field plots, but as far as forestry goes, large forest there, only 84 grand. Smaller plot there for 12,000. That plot there is only 7,549, and that one there is 11,049. Got another one up there. That one up the top. Not expensive at all. So if you do want to do some forestry, or if you want to buy those plots of land, clear the trees out. There's various different mulchers, grinders, bits of machinery for taking down and removing trees, and then make more fields if you want to. you are more than welcome to do so. So, next up we've got the grain mill, pre-owned on all 3 game modes, just here. And if we sneak up around the back here, we'll have to come back this way in a moment, but actually, what I said, there's a lot of signposts down. I've only just got on here. That's weird. I like the layout of this, the way it's done, what we're coming up to now. There's a nice, I said about features, yeah, there are some nice features actually. Let's swing around here. We've got the sawmill tucked away up here. It's up around where most of the forestry is, but it's 100,000 to buy the sawmill. That's not pre-owned on any of the game modes. If you want to do that, that is up here. And what we're going to do is swing back round and we're going to head out to probably the furthest away of the sell points. Could be easily missed. I know it's shown on the map, but if you don't have to go there for anything in particular, but whatever out here, picturesque is not the word. It's amazing. The colour palette's nice, the lighting's good. It all just seems to gel very nicely. We come out to the restaurant. The restaurant's all the way out here. Let's look on the map. I'll show you where we've been already. Started at the main farm, went out to the animal dealer, round there to the sell point, the agricultural trade, then up into the main sort of village area, town area for the bakery, the dairy, the supermarket, and then the main machinery store. We then came up there to what I'd said, that felt a little bit like the Bjornholm Hotel. Then we come out here and round where all the forestry is to the sawmill. Now we're all the way, sorry, that's the grain mill, sawmill. We're all the way out here now. And this is amazing. You kind of, as I came out and drove along this bit, it suddenly went, whoa, look at that. We come down here, there's not a sell point here, but you've got this lovely little lake, couple of boats, very Oberon. That lovely alpine scenery, I say alpine, it has that feel to it. Out behind, amazing. And I suppose why wouldn't you want to come to a restaurant out here, overlooking that? The restaurant sell point is around the back of the building just here, nestled in amongst this glorious landscape. There we go. There's your restaurant. Now we're going to head back along where we just came, back up there and back out to, actually along that track, back to the grain mill. Then we're going to go along the road. We could cut around and go across, then we're going to come all the way back around here. I thought the best route to go is here. We've got a tunnel that runs underneath here, brings us out, and we're going to head towards the biogas plant. That's up next. So I'll see you back when we're at the grain mill, where we've already seen. We'll go through the tunnel and head out towards the biogas plant. Okay, coming back down towards the grain mill. We can go out that way, I think. I'm very cautious of traffic now on my Fruling Let's Play. I've been clobbered so many times, but to be fair, a lot of the tractors I'm using don't pull away particularly quickly. On the subject of that, if you're watching this and you watch my Fruling Let's Play, or if you haven't watched my Fruling Let's Play yet, I urge you to go and have a look. I'm really enjoying it. The last episode I did, I made a bit of a gaffe, I'm not going to lie. I did the video, posted it, and it didn't sit right with me. I wasn't happy about it. I read through the comments and stuff for the video, and I'm going to make some changes. Some quite drastic ones on what I did in the previous episode. So if you watch the last episode, I don't watch this anymore, stick with it. Next episode, episode 8 or 9 I think, it's going to be different. I'm swapping things around and changing things up, getting back to how the Let's Play was originally intended. This has that kind of feel to it. Small map, small machinery. I just love the way it's set. Anyway, swing around to the biogas plant. Now, as I already said, on New Farmer, biogas plant is pre-owned, but on the other 2 game modes you have to buy this plot, and buying the plot will get you the biogas plant. You'll own it. 2 silage clamps, the biogas plant just here, and it will take silage, slurry, manure, straw, hay, potatoes, sugar beet cuts, not sugar beet. Oh, okay, so you've got to cut the sugar beet first. Cycles and recipes are fairly high. The recipes are pretty good. The cycles per month are still only 24, but you get a few things in there. And you only get digestate out of this. Putting in, it's done there. It's here, and taking out your digestate, it's done around the side there. I like this one. It's a nice compact unit. Works very nicely. So, actually, I'm just wondering, can we sell, because I think these come separately, can we sell the silage clamps separately? We can. So if you didn't want two, or you want to put a different one in, maybe you could do that. That's the biogas plant, and then we head from there back to where we started at the main farm. And that's the map. That's GEMEINDE TALBAU by Jogi. I like it, it's nice. There's a lovely feel to it. It's another one of those ones you feel it could be quite relaxing, just take your time, take stuff easy, old school farming stuff. You can put in production chains and stuff as well if you want to, of course you can. But that's it, that's the map. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.